right, y'all. Welcome to another edition of Cross the Line. Welcome to another edition of Car Chronicles. Gonna play a few songs. Get started. Today was a good day, man. I just filmed with my good brother Queens Flip. I had Queens Flip saying the prayers, y'all. I just want y'all to know. Queens Flip said the prayers. Queens Flip, I'm gonna get my Umar Johnson on. Queens Flip said the prayers. Said exactly the prayers. That man was like, Yahweh, Allahayana. I'm actually making a Facebook post about it. I had Queens Flip saying camp prayers today. Making that post. So I'm gonna play a song because I'm gonna stop driving in a second. So I'm gonna play a song, Cap. That guy you debating called a case. I don't know what you mean by that, Cat. I don't know what you mean by that, Cat called a case. I don't know what you mean. But I'm gonna tell y'all one thing. When Queens Flip realized that he was stepping on white Jesus, he did not step on white Jesus on the way out. I just want y'all to know that. All right, so I'm gonna play a song. We're gonna keep it rocking. Let me see what song I'm gonna play. Let me see what song. Let me see. I won't deny it. I'm a straight rider. You don't wanna with me. Banana got the police busting at me, but they can't do nothing to a G. All right, here we go. Y'all don't like this one. I don't like this.
Cameraman. If shit get active, I'ma stand it there. We taking ground, call the ambulance. That shit go.
Hey, wait, hold
on. That shit go.
Hey, for those that's asking about my exhibit braids, must be some light skin thing. The reason why I got my hairstyle like this, and it is fly as hell, the young lady that braids my hair, y'all know I talk about her all the time. Her name is Styles on Facebook, on Instagram. When I went there yesterday to get my hair braided, she was like, so she asked me if I had a style that she wanted to do, or did I have a style of my own or her? And I said, well, I like your freestyles. I like what you pick. And she was like, well, do you always like straight to the back? And I was like, I've never had it any other way. Like, I've only had braid styles that go straight to the back. And so she was like, what about to the side? I said, you know what? You're the artist. Go ahead and give it a shot. And so she braided one. I think the first one she did was this one. And so she showed it to me. I said, go ahead, rock out. She said, good, because I want to do something else with it and everything, put something else up in that joint. And so she rocked it out. So she's the reason why I got this style. Shout out to her. Gonna keep it moving.
You best get it. Or you'll get it. You got that. Shit go. We'll handle it. Niggas acting hard, you better stand on it. We on the corner, we stamping it. You better give your life for this king shit. We ain't playing around, no cowards, dog. If niggas charged up, you get powered off. Speech, keep it raw, it ain't my fault. You niggas soft.
It ain't my fault.
These niggas frauds, ain't my fault. That them niggas rats with your colors fuck. You don't get that shit go. That shit go. You best get it. Or you'll get it. You got that. That shit go. That shit go. You best get it. And I'm on Shamar, he hanging out the car. When I pull up straight to the battlefield, I'ma make sure nigga back home. Say nigga what you thought. When I moving, I be on. Gotta remind them we never like the niggas that you saw. If you hear back, and it be your last time to get out the way, the price to pay before. That shit going. Nah, for real though. Love. That shit go. Love. You best get it. Or you'll get it. Love. You got that.
Oh, sorry. Thank you, sis.
Yeah. 144 shit, you know what I mean?
144
busy,
shit.
Man, busy,
busy, man.
Look, when that shit drop, you step all the way on their neck, step on their neck and they head with that shit.
Fine then. I ain't showing mercy on the what time it is. Samuel, I got time to kill. They don't know how I did it. They know how I did it. You nice, but he don't work the steel how I show the skill. He ride, but he don't work the wheel how I work the wheel. Platinum seal. I got rank for real. They say you have been in beast mode lately. Let me tell you something. I've been in beast mode lately. I just want that for the record. I don't do nothing but motherfucking work for the Most High, under commanding General Yohana. That's how we rock out. That's how we get down. Oh, this generation call him Pop Smoke. I don't like the way Pop. Listen, let me tell you something. Pop Smoke did some dance in front of Diddy one time, and I said, fuck that Pop Smoke nigga. Pop Smoke did some shit where he put his hand in the air and did some real weird shit. You ever seen that dance Pop Smoke did? Pop Smoke did some shit called gay. I don't know. He don't work the wheel how I work the wheel. Yeah, black and steel. I'm fully focused. You might not see it on me, just know it's women that bitch fully loaded. Yeah, we up and rolling. Told them I need major motion. Think I'm joking. I'm a school them niggas fully loaded. Yeah, we up and rolling. Told them Let me put the phone number in there. Y'all can call. I'm about to stop driving in a second. I'm gonna read some stuff to y'all. But you can call if you got a question or comment. I just put the number in the chat. My braids, listen, I'm looking at my braids in this YouTube. My braids do look fly. You see how she did them? You see how she got the little hook on the joint? My braids do look a little fly. If I do say so myself, the braids look a little fly. Yes, I'm acting a little light skinned just for a second. Just a little light skinned just for a second. Y'all know I think I'm dark skinned. I don't know if y'all know that about me. I don't know if y'all know that about me, but I do think I'm dark skinned.
Damn, Caller, you look like such a clown.
Caller,
you lost that debate.
Okay, but why do you? First of all, if you could not use cuss word, all you gotta do is just. Okay, but if you want to have a, but do you want to have a conversation? But listen, man, I wanna. Okay, then why you call, man? You shouldn't have called. Caller, hold on. Caller, hold on 1 second. Let me see if I got this idiot. Let me see about this idiot on my line. Hold on 1 second. Oh, he hung up. No problem. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Yo, Peter, in California.
What's going on? You got a question or comment?
Yeah, I just want to know how you felt about that interview with Sam.
The interview with Sam or the ass whooping of Sam? Which one you talking about?
I feel like you got your shit pushed in.
Okay, what made you say that? I think that's a little gay. I think that's gay. Whenever I hear that, I remember when I heard that. Listen to what. Wait. All you gotta do is just relax, dude. But dude, just relax. Like I don't understand. You Sam Shamoun. Wait. Just stop talking for. Just stop talking for. But just stop talking for one. Just relax, dude.
Go ahead.
I don't want to not have the conversation. What I'm finding is right. Like you just called in, right, and then the previous caller called in, and y'all act like y'all want to have the conversation, But then when I start talking, y'all want to become rude and obnoxious. Like, do you want to have the
Okay.
conversation? Do you want to have
Can
the?
I ask you a
Wait,
question,
hold
though,
on, hold
Cat?
on.
Can I ask you a real question?
I don't mind the
Okay.
question. I just got a
All
few.
right.
I just need to know: are you actually trying to
Okay.
have the conversation?
Yeah, I'm trying to have a convo, but I actually want to know
Okay.
where your heart really
Wait.
lies.
Okay.
Because I
That's
feel
fine.
like
I don't
when
mind.
you got
Wait.
a big,
Okay.
you got a big audience.
Okay.
So when you
I
sit here,
understand that. I understand that. Just
yeah.
relax. Just wait. I just need to get some clarity. Hold on one second.
Uh-huh.
Caller, hold on one second. The clarity that I want, and the only clarity that I want. You don't have to agree with me. Clearly, you don't, because you said you thought I lost. That's fine. You can think I lost, but we got to be able to. If you make a statement, you got to be able to at least have the conversation of response to it. It can't just be, I
Okay.
just want to ramble. You understand?
I
So
understand that.
I don't. Right.
But
Perfect. Good. So
this is not a debate. This is where your
it's
heart
not a
lies.
debate.
So
Okay. So you want to know where
you
my
say
heart
you were
lies?
superior.
Right.
You say you were superior, right? You
I
say you were
am. I
superior to
am.
Sam.
I'm
Oh.
superior to
So
Sam. That's
what
correct.
on what basis do you like? Well, when you sleep at night and you're not lying to yourself, when you look in the mirror, you really believe that? You
That
really
I'm.
believe
That
you're
I'm.
superior to other people?
Yes, I believe that.
And what way? So
Well, let
explain
me
it.
finish.
How?
Well, let me finish answering. So I believe that because that's what God
Uh huh.
said. God said that
Okay.
God said that He created the children of Israel above all people. Right? That's what God said. Right?
Did he also say? Did
If
he
you
also
before, if
summon
you
the
could just answer,
Babylonians?
but if you
Did
could
he
just
also
answer,
summon the
but
Babylonians?
see what you're
Did he
doing.
also
See what
summon
you're
the
doing.
Babylonians
But
to
what
come
you're doing is
destroy that
being, but what you're
Israel?
doing is
Why
being
didn't he?
dishonest. This is
When
what I
if you
mean.
were
I just said,
superior,
wait, stop,
if you were
dude,
superior,
you
why did the
gotta. This is
Babylonians
why I'm gonna
march
hang up on
down
you.
there
But see,
under God's
I'm gonna
orders?
hang up. But see, I'm gonna
But
hang
why
up
did that
on.
happen?
Stop. Wait, stop. Hey, listen,
Okay.
man. I'm gonna try again. I'm gonna give you
Okay.
one. I'm gonna give you one more
Okay.
shot. I asked you a
Mm-hmm.
question, and instead of answering my question, you start talking about the Babylonians, and then you went to
Yeah,
ask
because
me a question.
it's in
You can't say
it's the
yeah
same
because
context.
if you
Because it's a
can't
blanket
answer, if you
statement.
can't
It's a
answer,
blanket. You're
if
giving me. I'm gonna give you a blanket statement.
listen, man, you Sam Shamoun cronies and groupies, I don't have a problem with any question y'all have. I'm here for your question. The only requirement I have is that you got to be willing to have the conversation. So far, we had two Samsonites call in, but they was afraid to have the conversation. So anybody can have the conversation. That's what the live stream is for. I don't like echo chambers. I don't mind you disagreeing with me, but you got to at least be willing to have the conversation. If you can have the conversation, we can do it. If you can't have the conversation, then there's no point. All right. Next caller is it says you're the only person on the line. I don't want to necessarily say your name. You're the only person on the line.
Oh, I appreciate that.
No
Well,
problem.
great job on that debate. Great job on that debate.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, I don't think anyone actually won or lost that debate. I kind of think y'all kind of talked past your points. I think you definitely proved if God. I think this is what the real problem is. Y'all kind of y'all have different concepts of God. It looked like.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know yours is the highest authority and highest power, and I think you completely showed that correct.
Right.
And I think when Stan kept arguing, he kept kind of like arguing divinity and nature, and then the kind of like how like God's almost treated like a last name, like it's shareable.
Right. But see, but that was my point. If you actually listen to my opening, I said that's what this debate was going to be. This debate was going to be a semantic where because Christ has power, because Christ has authority, because Christ has all these different things, you're going to try to say that makes him God, but we can see that with other people. So I don't think I talk past him. I think because in some cases, if he said, well, did Christ do this? Did Christ have authority here? When he said every knee shall bow, is this talk about Christ? And I'm agreeing, and I'm just reading where it's to the glory of the Father. So I think, and that's why, so somebody has sent me, and I'll let you respond after this. So there was a sister that texted me and said she asked ChatGPT who won the debate. And I'm going to read off what ChatGPT said. And it said, from a textual point, I won that Sam Moore went with emotionalism and, like you just said, the power that Christ did and stuff like that. I'll give you the floor back.
And I definitely agree with that one, but I would like to see what her prompt would have been. But I did the same exact thing.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna try. Hold on, because I posted. This is the prompt that I believe she put in. I'm gonna read it off as she said. She typed in. It says, a sister texted me. She said, this was my directive. She said, hold on one second. Caller, hold on. She said she put the prompt. She said, which argument? She said, this is what she said. I had a ChatGPT analyze your debate with Sam. This was my directive. Which argument was more precise, not based on a theology basis? Then it begins to say, got it. I'll answer this. This would be, this is another homo. But that don't mean anything on the internet, man. You're on the internet, dude. You're about to be gone. Don't worry, you're about to be gone. There you go. So it says, got it. I'll answer this strictly from the text. No theology, no creeds, no later doctrine, only what the verses explicitly say versus what they require you to infer. So what she typed in was, which one was which one was more precise, not based on a theology basis. That's what she typed.
Gotcha. I would say there's a couple a little bit more criteria to make it more neutral, but I definitely understand it. That's kind of the only flaw of what I saw, because I saw you post that.
Right.
The only thing that it says, like I said, it says like you did a really good job. The only thing is both of y'all kind of were basing off assumptions and assuming off of each other too.
So what assumption did you think I based off of?
It was the both of y'all were the term of God, yours being the power and his was being just a divine nature. Mm-hmm. And then that the term most high was is that term most high, is that a title or is that exclusively set to the Father? And what they said that was weak with yours was you did a great job showing that the most high is different, that the Ancient of Days is separate from the Son of Man. So you did a great job with that one. That was a great thing to do. But you didn't actually show that title Most High is exclusively to the Father.
So what about Psalms 83 and 18 when it says that thou whose name alone is Yahweh art the Most High over all the earth? What about that?
That one, then again, it said that it depends on both of your frameworks. If you believe that can be shared, kind of like a last name can be shared, then Sam was one. If not, if it's exclusively
what would be the last name that's being shared?
Yahweh in this moment.
But if the scripture says that's his name, and there's no last names of anybody, I don't know no last names in the Bible. Even when we say Jesus Christ, Christ is not his last name. Christ is just anointed, which we could see other people being anointed. So where would the last name part? And the reason why I'm a little confused, but I do want to understand where you're coming from, because it says that thou whose name alone, so that's one person, is Yahweh art the Most High. Go ahead, I'm listening.
Okay, if I can remember the prompts, I'm kind of away from my computer.
Okay.
It was something about when you were trying to show the creature argument about the firstborn of all creation. Mm-hmm. That point, it said kind of hurt you with that side of it.
But I'm still confused on the name, because the name alone, Yahweh, and even though it says Jehovah, that's still Yahweh in that verse, and it's talking about that being his name. So if we know he gave Christ the name Jesus, and his name is Yahweh, and it's saying that that's his name alone, how could that apply to Jesus in that argument?
And then that would kind of go into that pre-existent argument, which didn't really get resolved, or cause I know y'all both believe that it was pre-existent.
Yeah, we both believe it pre-exists, right?
But it was the term Elohim, and it either being associated. That's why I keep saying it goes back to that term God. Is Elohim,
right? Do you know that's why I wouldn't? That's why I would never debate is Jesus God. I would never debate that ever. The only debate that I would take is Jesus the Most High God. The reason why,
correct.
Right. And so the reason why, because if I debate Jesus is God, I would lose. Because even though when I'm debating it from him being Yahweh or Jehovah, because it just says it's Jesus being God, and I know that we can be gods, I would lose that, because the Elohim can apply to men, angels, Christ, or God. Those are the elements that it can apply to. So I would never take that debate. But on the name Yahweh, even them pre-existing, if Daniel 7:9 says the one on the throne is the Ancient of Days and the Son of Man is being presented, that means there was a time where the Ancient of Days existed and the Son of Man did not. That's why he's called the Ancient and Christ is not, or the Son of Man is not called the Ancient of Days.
And again, I'm not arguing with me. I'm just
no, I'm not saying no. I'm not. No. I don't think we are. I think we're just having a discussion. I'm just trying to further give you like kind of like my lens, because you mentioned the pre-existence and it wasn't delved in no more. But I think once the Ancient of Days and Son of Man is in there, Ancient of Days is older than the Son of Man. Would you agree with that or disagree?
Well, I definitely agree. That's
Okay.
The whole point of, to me, the begotten. Of like,
Right.
If you're the begotten son, well, that means your father would have to be the one who made you.
Right.
Again, like I said, I agree with you. It's just, like I said, just per the debate, I don't think anyone won because of that point not being really well flushed out.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, okay. And I appreciate that. Was there anything else? Because you did say
Oh, just kind of a personal thing. I was disappointed in you.
Wow, what'd I do?
Just because you kind of that almost, you know how like in the Bible when Israelites go to war, it's almost, I'm going to destroy the whole entire enemy,
right?
Like leave nothing,
right?
I kind of felt like in this particular debate, it's almost like you were tired of debating this topic and you just like didn't give it your all.
You know what I'm gonna tell you?
No, this is my.
You know what I'm gonna tell you?
Like, this is my captain. I want him to just murder everybody.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what part. I think I get. Hold on one second. Caller, hold on. And before I respond, shout out to my TikTok audience. I appreciate y'all joining. Of course, y'all know. Damn, I got another call coming in. Caller, hold on. Shout out to my TikTok audience, man. I appreciate y'all joining me today. Y'all know what I do, so I do see Mimad Judah and Curtis Davis. I'm gonna bring y'all on in a second. I'm just gonna take I'm gonna take 2 more phone calls and I'm gonna come to y'all. So if y'all could be patient with me, as always, if y'all could thumb up the video or heart the video, I would greatly appreciate it. If you want to give gifts or diamonds, however that works. Yesterday's live stream I did on TikTok was the biggest one I've done so far. Hey, you gotta mute your mic on the phone. You gotta mute your phone. Thank you. Was the biggest one I did. I think I did ended up with 4,000 on TikTok. That was my largest one. I'm trying to grow this platform. So I appreciate if y'all could throw the likes up in there. But so what you're speaking from. So now I'm going to tell you straight up and down. I had 2 PowerPoint. Wait, caller, you got to call back after I finish this call. I can't join you. Don't end the call me this time. So I had 2 PowerPoints. I had 8 tabs on my Google Chrome of information. Those 8 tabs included Isaiah 9, Hebrews 1, Daniel 7, the throne of David, Zechariah 12 and 8, John 1 and 1, and something else. So that's all the information that I had, because I assumed Sam was going to go to all these different places. I think when I played that video or brought up that video where I showed that he said the Ancient of Days was not the Son of Man, I think it threw him off. And so we started talking about Revelations 5, went into the name. So I think because he didn't put up a big enough fight, it looks like, okay, Cap, you didn't kill him, but he didn't put up a big enough fight for me to have to go to these information. Like when I went to 1 Corinthians 15, 27 and 8, he didn't have no answer. When I went to the Melchizedek argument, he didn't really have an answer. So it damn near was like, and then once he started disrespecting the moderator, and here's the other weird part. As he's disrespecting the moderator still didn't not only not check him for it, but then ask me a question to help Sam in the middle of the debate, which was weird. So I wouldn't say
I laughed so hard when that happened.
yeah, like it was just weird to me. So I was like, oh, they I mean, Sam called him a white man, a Edomite. Sam was like so disrespectful to him, and I think anybody watching, that's how you know he lost, because you had a biased moderator, you had him. So I get what you're saying. Like, I should have went probably into other kill shots, but the kill shots that I gave had did so much damage. But I do get your point. I do get why you say that. But I do got a lot of callers calling in, so I do got to get them too, all right?
I appreciate you. Shalom.
Hey, no sweat. Shalom, brother. I'm going to take one more call, and then I'm coming to TikTok, Mimad, Curtis, and church history in that order. All right, next caller is Ray Dale, I think. It says Ray Dale on my phone.
Yeah.
Okay, what's going on, brother? You got a question or comment?
Yeah, Cap. Yeah, I really enjoyed. Well, you won that debate.
Thank you, brother. I
You won,
appreciate it.
and people are calling up and they're saying this and that, and well, you didn't do this and you didn't do that, but he wouldn't even answer your question half the time. Then he lied on you when you said Revelation 22:16 that you didn't say anything about, and then he wouldn't even admit that he lied. So to me,
Right.
if he a liar, then he of his father.
Right. You know what I mean? And I like it. When I see somebody making video after video about me, that's how I know they be losing. That's how we be knowing. How we be knowing is like when you got to make all the videos, and in the middle of the debate, he's in his feelings. He asks, and this is what I like the most, when people ask for no interruptions, and then I give them the no interruptions, and then they interrupt. That's also how you know he was. It was just bad. It was like bad across the board. It was just bad. I enjoyed it because this was their king. This was supposed to be the cat that they had that was at the top of their hill, and I went and just cut his head off, just chopped him down.
And they got a huge following. They're all in the comment section talking about you lost, and it was me and a few other Israelites were in the comments fighting back. Like, how did he lose? I mean, and really, to me, you're not only are you just you're really superior, like you said you were.
Mm-hmm.
You almost kind of lowered yourself debating him because you already won before it started, because it's kind of a flawed argument. Obviously, the Ancient of Days is not Jesus Christ. Christ is one with him, sit at the right hand of him, but it's not. They're trying to say Jesus Christ is the Most High.
Right.
That's just against Scripture. It's against Scripture.
It's just against Scripture. I just never understood it.
Yeah, and it's like, and you know Scripture so well, but to me, he kind of trolled you.
Caller, hold on.
And kind of like he, you know what, he did better than Cliff and Stewart.
You said what?
Cliff and Stewart got smoked.
Yeah, they got smoked.
He did.
Yeah, but I tell you what, he didn't do better than William. I thought William did a better job than Sam. I thought William performed to me better than Sam. Just my opinion. I thought Sam was just trash. Sam, like you said, lowered yourself, and I studied so much. I studied for so much for somebody that I could just I could have freestyled that whole entire thing.
Yes. The moderator was terrible, bro. If you had a good moderator, he would go, wait a minute, stop talking, Sam.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's what he was supposed to do, and he never did that.
Listening.
Yeah.
He wasn't listening, because if he was listening,
hey, find out. You just got to wait your turn, brother, please. Okay.
If he was listening, he would have said, wait a minute, Sam. You did say that, or you didn't say that.
That's what he would have done.
You've been talking for 5 minutes.
Right.
Or that's a terrible moderator, bro.
Yeah,
terrible.
He was bad. Was there anything else? I got a lot of people. Go ahead. What's your question?
I just read the Apocalypse of Peter, and they were talking about how they were trying to figure out which one to put in, Revelations or that. And I mean, do we just write that off, man? I mean, that's
I don't read
profound.
I don't read the I don't read the Apocalypse. I don't read nothing outside the KJV 16:11.
Okay, so you wouldn't even give it a shot? Have
Nah,
you, or anything like that?
For me, the Most High made the 1611 happen. If it's in the 1611, that's of the Lord. If it's outside, it's not of the Most High.
Okay.
That's
Amen.
how I look at it. All right, no sweat. I appreciate it. Hey, before I go to TikTok, there's a brother want to do a quick promo. 513-484.
The water, sir. Y'all about Shimmy out shop rocket.
Hey, Yavashim Shabakta. What's going on, brother?
Not much, Cap, but I'm gonna need you to help me finish the sentence, and I think you're gonna know what I'm gonna say. So, just jump in there. But I like to let everybody know who's listening. The captain of 10,000, the Tazaryach Alaban, will be hosting the captain of 13,000, the Midwest.
Monster of Mayhem.
Damn right, sir. The Round Table of Truth is in Cincinnati, Ohio tonight. So you want to log on, you want to see the brothers. You will want to see the brothers break down these scriptures, break down these topics. It will be the Chicago takeover of Cincinnati. I mean, this is going to be glorious brotherhood, sisterhood in every way possible. So if you're close, log on. We will be out tonight. We will be in the streets, and we will be online breaking it down. The water, sir, for letting me plug this in.
Hey, no sweat, brother. Anytime. So now to the rest of my callers, just bear with me. I got to go to my TikTok audience. I'm gonna take 2 or 3 of them, and then I'm gonna come right to y'all. First person is me mod. Drizzle, you got to mute your mic, dude.
I'm willing to let fine arts jump in front of me if you don't mind.
He would have to jump. Well, Curtis Davis would have to. Curtis Davis is after you, and then fine arts.
Okay, well. Okay. Well, I like to say it's an honor every time to come up here with you, brother. And that debate, I watched that debate. You came out. You killed that debate before it got started. Everything that you said he was gonna do, he did it.
Yeah.
I don't understand why it's so. One thing we must understand about the Most High. What he talk about is reality. Nowhere in reality is the Son the Father. You can't find it nowhere in reality. In the animal kingdom, human life, plant life or whatever, that the Son is the Father. Like, I don't understand why. I don't understand what the church is trying to do, and it's very bliss. I know he had brought up something, and it was about the translation. Something came up. But when you look at the Hebrew of things, like right now, the prophet Medad, I took, his name and I flipped around and I called myself Mimad, but actually I got it. It was inspired by Medad, the one that assists Moses.
Okay.
But then when you key it in there, like if you go to Google and key it in there, it takes it straight back to Medad because it get the closest translation to that name. So when he was trying to prove that ain't no point when you got Paul gave the divine order. So Paul alone that they follow more than Christ for some strange reason. Paul said the Father, the Son, right, man and woman. That's the order. But somehow they still trying to make. And what about what Christ said? Christ said, "Don't call me good, but the Father is only one. Somebody is the Father." So I don't understand what this doctrine coming from.
Yeah, I'll be interested. I think when I think about how this doctrine of Jesus being the Most High, and anybody can do the research on this. This is how it comes up. You won't see any first century. You don't read it in the Bible where Jesus is the Most High. But when you think about the environment that they were in with the Greeks, with the Romans, and their belief of, if you look up Stoicism Stoicism is something you want to look up, and you want to look up the Greek pantheon of gods as well. And what makes the Greek pantheon and Stoicism important is that during Owen Beck, you got to mute your mic, dude. I'm gonna kick you off. Like, mute your damn mic, man. Like, you should have enough etiquette. Mute your mic. I'm gonna just kick you off. I'm gonna give you 1, 2. Okay, we're just gonna kick you. So when you look up Stoicism and you look at the Greek pantheon, remember, the Greeks already had a history of gods before Israel comes in there. You got your, even you had, in, like, for example, Mother's Day is after Sybil and Rhea, depending on the Greek or Roman goddess that you're gonna find. So now when Christ comes and the Jews come and they're going to teach the Israelites that are following these Greek customs, they start marrying the beliefs together. So they start marrying the Hebraic Christ, the Hebraic God, and start saying, okay, how does that fit with these other gods? We believe in God this way. And so they would start mixing them together. That's why, and a good scripture to understand that is in Galatians 1. When Paul said in Galatians 1 verse 7, I think, when he says, verse 6 says, I marvel that ye are so soon removed from him that called you into the grace of Christ unto another gospel, which is not another, but there is some that trouble you and would pervert the gospel of Christ. But though we or an angel from heaven preach any other gospel unto you than that we have preached, let him now be accursed. So when you start looking at their philosophy, their mythos, even the concept of free will is fashioned around the belief in other gods. If you're telling me God is good, why are people dying? Why are people doing this? So when you look at all of that, that's where that comes in at. If you ain't have nothing else, man, I'm gonna add Curtis Davis on, all right?
Okay, yes, sir. And I appreciate it and thank you every time.
Hey, no problem, brother. Curtis, you there?
Yes, sir, I am here. How are you doing?
I'm good to go. You got a question or comment?
Yes, I got 2 questions, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
First, I want to say I've been watching you debate for at least 15 years, different platforms.
Most High in Christ, I
But
appreciate it.
my first question is, there are a multitude of different sets of Hebrew Israelites, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, so with that being said, I've never once heard any sect speak on equal rights or equal protections under the law for a Hebrew Israelite, state, local, or county. Okay, so with that being said, is that something that you yourself and your organization has put in place?
No, when you saying equal rights, you're talking about equal rights with, like, if I live in Jersey City, you talk about equal rights in Jersey City?
No.
Or you talk about equal rights amongst Israelites?
The bloodline of Hebrew Israelites.
You mean amongst ourselves? You talk about equal rights amongst
I
ourselves?
can barely hear you, sir.
I said, are you talking about equal rights amongst ourselves?
Yes.
Okay.
And what I mean by that, okay, say when I say state, local, political, or whatever, I have not heard anyone speak on.
But that's where I'm confused that when you say state, local, you're talking about the government. You're not talking about Israelites no more.
Okay, so you don't associate with state, local, or anything like that.
What it sound like you saying? Yeah, we don't get into. Yeah, that's why you haven't heard it. We don't get into the politics, because the politics, we would never vote or approve any councilman or president.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah. Okay, my second question is real simple, and I've been trying to have acquire this understanding for a long time. Revelations, it said there appeared a wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12. Can you explain that to me, please?
Yeah, that's a vision. The sun and the moon is talking about wisdom and understanding. That's the metaphor for that. In Ecclesiastes, I'll try to get the scripture for you. When it talks about wisdom is to them that see the sun. So the sun is just a metaphor of shining your understanding. So in the woman with the star 12, and she's about to deliver, right? I think that's what it says.
Yes, that is correct, yes.
Right, that's talking about the children of Israel being delivered. When in verse 2 says, and she being with child cried, travailing as a birth in pain. And then it says, there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great dragon having 7 heads and 10 horns. That's talking about the European or the Edomite kingdoms. That's the Edomite kingdom, the 7 Edomite powers, and the horns are the 10.
I can barely hear you, sir. I am sorry.
Elohia, you got to mute your mic, woman. Can you mute your mic, please? If you can't mute your mic, I'm gonna have to kick you. Elohia, Manaya.
Cap, you gotta start putting on the mode to where you can accept only you can only accept those who come on.
Yeah, listen, I've been trying to do it well, just letting people join themselves, thinking that they would come up and be hospitable, know how to join and stuff like that. I've been trying to do it that way. This might be the last live stream that I do it that way.
Yeah, they not Cap. TikTok is a different world, man.
I see. And I think, Curtis, I don't know if maybe you might not hear me when you're unmuted, maybe because I know sometimes with some
clearly now. I think it was the individual's mic that was drowning you out.
Okay, perfect. So in Revelations 12:3, so the woman is representing her giving birth to the 12 tribes of Israel. And as it's trying to give birth, the dragon is trying to devour who she's trying to give birth to.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, sir, for sharing that with me.
No problem at all. No problem at all. All right. So now I got church history. So for the people on the phone line, I'm going to do church history, fine arts, and then I'm going to come to the phone line. Church history, what's your question?
I'm all good, Captain. I just want to let you know, yeah, man, I did. I tried to tune in to the live. I ain't gonna lie, Cap. When I heard Ancient of Days and Son of Man, I gave it to you. I turned off the live. I said, it's over. I'm not gonna lie to you, Cap. I can't grasp around it, bro. Like I just can't do it. Like I don't get it. I will say this. I want your opinion on this.
Okay.
All right. Now I had looked into. Have you ever heard of somebody named Marcion?
No, not really. Depending on what he did, maybe I might have heard of what he did.
Own gospel.
Okay.
Of Luke, and the reason why he created it was because they believed that the Old Testament guy was so evil that Jesus couldn't have possibly came from him.
Okay.
So if you look, I want you to look this up. If you ever get a chance, in his gospel it says Jesus came down from heaven and walked straight into Galilee and started teaching. So the reason why I'm asking that, because I noticed you said something earlier. You said that you talked about the councils. One of them, a lot of people don't talk. A lot of people talked about 325. It was councils of Ephesus and also in the 200s.
Right.
So I wanted to ask you this, right? If it's true, right, and I also see that in John.
If what's true,
one who sent it up to heaven is the only one who came from heaven or something like that.
Right.
So I wanted to ask you, could it possibly be that they are wrong, but right at the same time? Could their gospels be highly influenced by these Greco-Roman priests or authors like Marcion, Dionysius, and people like that?
As you said, is it possible that they could be wrong? Say that one more time.
So this is what I'm saying. They're wrong. They're wrong about Christ, but what they're reading, they may be reading right, but they're reading it from Marcion's or Dionysius' point of view, and those things could have made it inside of our text. And so they're not seeing that those things made it inside of our text from these councils when they tried to figure out his divinity for us.
No, because I think there's I don't.
But they could be reading, like I said.
I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with the scriptures at all. I think just the poison of the outside influence is the problem. I think that's the only problem. I don't think there's anything wrong with Luke. I don't think there's anything wrong with John. Even when it says this one came down from heaven, he still came through a womb. And let's say if he just came down from heaven, it wouldn't be a problem. We'd be able to read it because we can read about Melchizedek just coming down from heaven. Melchizedek is an appearance of a man that did something for the Most High. So if Christ came down the same way, we would just read it. And that's the beautiful thing about the Bible. It doesn't hide anything in it. So a man just coming down, the angels, when the angels came down, they just came down from heaven. So if Christ needed to come down just like that, he would have came down just like that. And you know what? It wouldn't be a big deal. We would read it just like that. It wouldn't even be a big deal. So
You're
I
right,
just
Kappa, man. Shout out to that interview,
no
bro.
sweat.
I just want to put
I
my 2
appreciate
cents
it,
in, man. I'll holler at y'all.
Hey, no sweat. Fine Arts, you there? Fine Arts?
Yo, what up?
What's going on? You got a question or comment?
Yeah, so I think we were talking about the angels coming down and this, that, and the third. We're talking about divine agency and whether God has agents.
Who was talking about that?
I've heard you explain before that you believe in Jesus.
Who are you saying? Who are you saying talk? Who are you saying talked about that?
Well, I mean, the comparison that we're having here is Jesus versus the other angels.
I'm not having no comparison of Jesus. If that's what you want to talk about, that's fine. But that's not what I haven't had that conversation. I mean, we can have that conversation, but that's not what I talked about. But what about it?
I'll tell you where I got it from, because you made it seem like it wasn't a big deal that Jesus came down from heaven versus other Melchizedek being another one that comes down from heaven.
That's not what I just said. Listening is an art. You clearly did not listen. What I was saying,
that is possible.
I know. What I was saying in that verse where Christ said he came down from heaven, we know although he says that, he still came out of a womb. But if he wanted to come down, if God wanted him to just come down from heaven, he could have just had him come down from heaven, because we see angels came down from heaven. That's what I said.
I mean, the fight is still about Jesus' divinity, right?
The fight is not about Jesus' divinity. The fight is, I don't have a fight with Christ. The fight is when people try to make him the Father, when people try to make him the Most High. Christ is not the Most High at all. There's no verse that says Christ is the Most High. Period.
I disagree.
What verse?
Luke
Then show me.
says he's the Most High.
Okay, no sweat. Let's go to Luke 8 and 39. I'm going to go to it now. Luke 8. Caller, hold on. You said Luke 8 and 39, right?
Yeah, one of many.
So Luke 8 and 39 says, return into thine own house and show how great things God hath done unto thee. And he went his way and published throughout the whole city how great things Jesus had done to him. Where is it saying he's the Most High?
Well, you know this man just had demons cast out of him, right?
Right.
You know he was in his right mind. I don't know if you want to read 2 verses before that.
I'm just trying to see where it say. So like, for example, when Jacob wrestled with the angel, who did he say he wrestled with?
Jacob, a man. Hosea.
That's not what I just said. I'm clear with what I'm asking you. When Jacob wrestled with that angel, what did he say?
It was a man.
No, he said he wrestled with God. When Samson's parents saw that angel go into the fire, what did they say? If you're not,
you're gonna correct me.
No, I'm not.
Gonna give the answer you already know.
I want to see if you know the answer, because you're indoctrinated, not me.
I rather answer questions that you don't know. Can you ask me a question that you don't know?
Well, I just want to show first in Genesis 32 and 28. Genesis 32 and 30. It says, and Jacob called the name of the place Peniel, for I have seen God face to face, and my life is preserved. So even though he wrestled a man, he said he saw God face to face. So in Luke 8 and 38, when it says, return to thine house and show how great things God hath done unto thee, and then it's credited to Yahushua, every work that we do that's of power and of greatness is credited to the Most High, regardless to who does it. So I said there is no verse that says Christ is the Most High. What you do, and like every other Christian that don't know the Bible does, is they go to a verse that shows the word God or some works or some power and say, see, that's him. But if I go to a verse, Psalms 83 and 18, when it says that thou whose name alone is Yahweh art the most high over all the earth, you can't show me a verse that calls Christ the most high. So I'm going to ask you again, is there a verse that says Christ is the most high?
Yeah, plenty. Zechariah 14 and 4.
So you said plenty. So he went to one verse already. That didn't say that Christ was the most high. It did not. Yeah, just show me. Yeah, I'm going to reread that verse. Just show me directly which words say he's the most high. Luke 8 and 39. You stop me when it says he's the most high. Return to thine own house and show how great things God hath done unto thee. And he went his way and published throughout the whole city how great things Yahushua had done unto him.
Why did you change it? It doesn't say Yahushua in there.
That's the word that I use. That's the name that I choose to call him.
All right, I'll accept it. All right.
But
so,
you didn't stop.
You
supposed to stop. How could it be confusing when I said Yahushua at the end of the verse, dumb? So I'm going to read it again. And you stop me when it's calling Christ the Most High. Return to thine house and show how great things God hath done unto thee. And he went his way and published throughout the whole city how great things Yahushua had done unto him. Where is it saying he's the Most High?
All right, Yahushua is Jesus right there, right?
Yep.
All right, can you say it with Jesus, though? Because it makes
I can't. I can't. Where does it say he's the Most High?
At the end of that sentence.
When it says how great things Yahushua had done unto him, that's not saying he's the Most High.
This man was
that's not
casted out. This man, and he was in
casting out
so
demons.
He realized exactly.
So you're saying, so are you saying casting out demons makes you the Most High?
It'll bring you into the realization that he's the Most High.
So are you saying casting out demons makes you the Most High? I'm just asking.
No. The man that was pure in heart said Jesus is the Most High.
He did not say Jesus is the Most High. He said great things God hath done unto thee. Who's speaking there? When it says return to thine own house and show how great things God hath done unto thee, who makes that statement? I'm asking you, who makes that statement? Hello?
Not sure if I'm coming off right, but it's in red letters. Return to thine own
Who makes
house.
that statement? Who makes that statement? I'll teach since he don't know. He too stupid to teach. When it says
you don't have to manifest like that.
Can you answer?
So you threw a stone first.
Can you answer the question? Who is speaking?
Do you know who's speaking? Like, if you know, then why are you?
Why you can't answer the question, man? I just need you to answer the question. This is the problem we're dealing with, y'all. Can you answer the question?
Return to Jesus.
I didn't hear what you said at the end. Say it again.
Return to thy own house is spoken by Jesus.
Right. So Christ says, show how great things God hath done unto thee. That's Christ telling him to go home and tell how great things God had done, right?
Correct. Is that the Father?
Yeah, Christ is saying God had God done it, right? And he went his way and published throughout the whole city how great things Yahushua have done. So now, so you can know I understand.
The man praised the Father or Jesus?
The man said great things Yahushua did. So the reason why, I'm gonna answer it all so you know I understand your point. So his point, so this caller's point is, because Christ said, tell how great things God have done, and because the man goes out and says how great things Yahushua have done, that makes Yahushua the Most High, correct?
Now read the next
verse.
Wait,
you got, slow down. Just answer the question. I'm correcting what I just said. Man, it's hard. It's so hard to deal with y'all. So hard. because I'm clearly
young.
you are y'all. The reason why I call you stupid is because you can't really follow a simple step. I did ask you. I asked you, dumbass. I asked you clearly. When it says this here, because Christ said, tell them the great works God did, and because you say, because he said of the great works Christ did, that's what make you say Christ is the Most High, correct?
The man did what was right.
See how you can't answer the question. This is the problem.
Man did what was right, bro.
No problem. Hey, to my TikTokers, I just got I've just got callers I got to go to, but this is my problem when I deal with people like that. I asked him just a simple question that he could have answered, and then we could have moved forward. He wouldn't answer the question, and then he'll go into the chat and says, I win. If he would have answered my question, we could have finished the conversation. So now, anytime you see the works, that's why I read Genesis 32. It says, I wrestled a man, but then Christ said he saw, and Jacob says he saw God face to face. When you go to Samson's parents, they're talking to the angels, but they say they saw God. So when Christ tells him to tell him the great works that the Most High did or that God did, and then he goes and tell the works that Jesus did or Yahushua did, he's not wrong by saying Yahushua did it, but Yahushua is right by saying that God did it, because what did Yahushua say? Yahushua constantly said it's the Father that does the work. All right? Now, now, but for my TikTokers, I just got to take some calls, and then I'm going to come right to y'all. So on the phone lines, I have Leonard. I believe it's Leonard D. You there, brother?
Yeah,
right?
And I wonder how, you know what I'm saying? There's no disrespect at all, but how can you lead with hate? You know what I'm saying? And
when you say lead with hate, what you mean?
So I watched,
and just so you know, and just so before you go, just so you know, two things I want to point out before I speak to you. To my TikTok audience, if we can get if we can get the likes up to like 30,000, 20,000, 100,000, a million, let's get them likes up. If y'all want to give me a gift or two, I appreciate that too. But let's go ahead and tap that screen. Let's triple tap that screen. And then to the brother, I just want you to know you don't have to agree with me at all. I don't take it as disrespect. All I ask is, right, appreciate it. All I ask is that as you ask your questions, I'm gonna answer your questions. As I ask my question, I just want you to answer it. So we're on the subject of hate. I want you to explain when you say lead with hate, can you explain what that means by lead with hate?
So basically, you know, I was watching something online and you said the only thing a white man can give you is their life. Like, what about people, right, that have white people in their family? So when the apocalypse happens and Black Jesus comes back, I'm supposed to enslave them and make them kiss my boot too?
Well, the Bible says they have to serve or perish.
But
it says the nation
of my blood.
It says the nation that will not serve Israel will perish. So it doesn't matter what I believe or what you believe. Let's say if I'm not an Israelite, I would have to serve or perish, because that's what the Bible says. So when you say lead with hate, does the Bible say that? Does the Bible say that they have to serve or perish?
It might say what you say, right? But you're harping on a book, right? And you have no idea about. You see what I'm saying? You're preaching a book. If you have no idea who your great grandfather was,
I just said,
would you know for certainty?
But that's why I just said.
How would you know for certainty that this is true when you don't even know how the pyramids were built?
Okay, but you're saying,
you know
okay, I don't know what the pyramids have to do with this question, but you said I'm leading with. Wait one second. Let me
divulge a little bit. I'm not going to take time. I'm just like, if we don't know how certain things on this world came to be, right, from 400 years ago past, right? How do you know for certainty about 2,000 years ago when and you don't even know about 400 years ago?
But see, I want you to pay attention. I'm gonna try to teach you a skill that I have, right? A skill that I have is like, if there's a subject we talking to, we try not to veer off. And that's what you're doing. You're veering off. And I believe you're veering off because your argument failed. And so I'm gonna tell you why. You said, why are you leading with hate? I said, explain that. You said, well, you said the only thing a white person can give you is your life. But what about those that have family? What about those black people that have white people in their family? And when this black Jesus comes, now they have to serve or be unalived. And then my response to you was, well, does not the Bible say that you have to serve or perish? And then you said, yeah, it could say that, but you're believing in the book, but you don't even know how the pyramids was built. That's called windmilling off the point. Because if you're saying I lead with hate, and the example you give is about other nations serving us, but then it says in the Bible that they have to serve or perish based on the subject that you brought, I would be correct in that position, right? I'm asking you. Are you still there? Unfortunately, y'all, he hung up. Somebody on TikTok asked for the verse. That's funny. That's wild crazy that he hung up as I'm trying to read that. So on Isaiah 60, the verse that reads what I just said is the book of Isaiah, chapter 60. I'm going to read it and then take the next caller. This Peace, you got to mute your mic, sis. You got to mute your mic. Isaiah 60 and 12. It says, for the nation and kingdom that would not serve thee shall perish. Yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted. So it's not me that's leading with any type of hate. But if you say that I'm wrong for saying that the other nations have to serve Israel, but I can read in the Bible that the nation that does not serve Israel shall perish, I'm not leading with hate. That's what the Bible says. Next caller. Next caller is 413-221.
Yeah.
What's your question?
Hello, fam.
Listen, I think right. I know this is the goofy dude. I just need you to get straight to your question. Stop before I don't need no ad. Just listen. Just get straight to your question. I got a lot of callers, a lot of people on TikTok. We want to have. Okay, it should be back. So now you said first you saying that the nations do have to serve Israel. So let me see if I got. Wait, let me see. Wait, hold on. Let me see. I think I got. Hold on. Let me see if I got it where you're coming from. You look at as anybody can be an Israelite, correct?
Nah, Israelites is a made up thing, bro.
Okay, so I'm confused because you just said and if they're saved, because you just said the nation that the V that's in Isaiah 60 and 12 is talking about Israel. That's what you just said, right?
No, I'm saying that's how y'all.
Okay, so that's not what I asked you. Like, listening is an art. I asked you, who is the thee that will be served? That's what I asked you. Who do you say the thee that will be served is?
Oh, that's God. God's going to be served.
That's what I thought you were going to say. That's what I thought you was going to say. So I'm gonna start 2 verses up. Right. Isaiah 60 and 10. And the sons of the strangers shall build up thy walls. Whose walls are getting built up? Whose walls are getting built up?
The nation for God.
And who's the strangers that are building the walls?
The Gentiles.
Non-Israelites, right?
The Gentiles.
Non-Israelites, right?
Yes, the Gentiles.
Okay, so the non-Israelites are building up the walls for the Israelites. Then it says, their kings shall minister unto thee. Who's the kings gonna be ministering?
The kings is like the ones appointed. I don't know why you're laughing. It's
the king. Who are the kings going to minister?
Who are they going to minister to?
Yeah.
To the Gentiles.
No, they're not. You just said the strangers are the Gentiles. They're building up the walls of the Israelites. The kings are going to also minister to the Israelites, meaning they're going to serve the Israelites. I'm going to read the rest of the verse. Let me just read the rest of the verse. For in my wrath I smote thee. Who did the Most High smite in his wrath?
All the sinners.
No, the Israelites. And in my favor I had mercy on thee. Therefore thy gates shall be open continually. Whose gates are going to be open? Whose gates? The gates of the Israelites, right?
No, for everybody, bro.
Hey,
but that's not what I came on here for, though.
Well, it's too
That's
late.
Not what I came on here
It's
for,
too
though.
late. Yeah. I tell everybody, listen, I got a lot of people want to talk. You got to get straight to your question. You start ad-libbing on somebody else's question, that's your time. So again, all you got to do is read the Bible. The 12 gates of Israel will be built by non-Israelites. The nation that does not serve Israel shall perish. I didn't write this Bible. One more caller, and then I'll come into TikTok. 917-995.
Yeah, what's up, Cap? You hear me?
I can hear you just fine. What's going on, brother?
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you, brother. What's going on?
Yo,
All right.
Was that the dude that said he just wanted to talk to you a while back?
No, that's not him. He don't call me no more.
Oh,
that's a little kid. That's a little kid. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Yo, I don't know if anybody told you, but when you was battling Shamoun and we tried to play that video at the beginning, we did hear it.
Oh, y'all heard it?
The audio did play. Myself and I saw a couple other people put it in the comments.
I'm gonna go back and listen and see, because then if yo, if that's
video
crazy.
Killed the whole debate. It would have stopped it right there.
That's crazy.
I was so pissed when you played it after. I was like, man, we didn't even have to go through this bullshit. He contradicted himself. When you played it at the end, I couldn't believe it. I was like, no, he didn't say that. And then go through with the that made no sense.
Yeah.
But it played.
Subject, but
caller, hold on.
I am going to have to entertain that, because that's the only way he can convince or trick.
Gentile salvation. So I think they must come in spurts. So the next one I think on deck, maybe that would be the law.
Maybe you need to put out the challenge on the subject you want to debate, that you feel you want to teach people.
Why I've been successful? I've been successful because I always let the other person pick the subject. Because if I pick the subject, people will say, well, he only won because he picked the subject. I like them to pick the subject. The only thing I care about is the title. So when I beat them on their own subject. That's how I like it. That's always worked the best for me.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. Quick question. 2nd Ezra 14 and 44.
Read it.
What are in 40 days move? In 40 days they wrote 204 books. That's the verse. What are those books?
Those books, some of those books we have, some of those books we don't. Those are books that they wrote, and when you read it, it says, the first that thou hast written published openly, that the worthy and unworthy may read, but keep the last. So some books we have, some books we don't. I don't try to concern myself with what those books are, because it doesn't name them specifically.
Right. All right. I figured some of that might have been books that are in the Bible now.
Mm-hmm.
So the Bible could have been, but I guess it is what it is, because that's what God wanted it to be.
Okay.
All right. That's it, brother.
All right, no sweat. I appreciate it. All right, so to the rest of the callers, hold on a second. I'm coming to TikTok now. Smallwood, you there?
What's up, Cap?
What's going on, brother? You got a question or comment?
How you feeling, man?
I'm good to go. How about yourself? Shalom.
Yeah, I can't hear you on the journey a little bit.
I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think because I got the phone on my steering wheel, I think the mic must be down there, so it muffles it out a little bit. So I have to hold the phone.
Yeah, I ain't have a lot to say, Cap. I'm gonna check out. I just wanted to tell you, glad you made it back. Last time I hollered at y'all on a live you was on your way up NY or something. Glad you had a safe trip.
Thank you, brother.
What I'm saying? And other than that, I'm gonna check out the debate. I got up because I heard the guy debating about the resurrection and ascension back. So sometimes people take that scripture out of text.
What text?
I agree with you, Cap, as far as when Christ coming back down from heaven. And a lot of people don't understand when he came after his resurrection and he met back with the disciples and ascended back. This is the part that people get confused. I agree with you, Cap. Christ was born in the flesh as a baby.
Mm-hmm.
So the ascension, when it comes to the ascension and the resurrection, that becomes a different portion, because when he comes back to the disciples, he's coming from above. And I think a lot of people get that part misconstrued or whatever. But I ain't really had much to say. The guy already been gone. I just wanted to say I'm gonna check out the debate, Cap. Keep up the good work, and that's about it, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it, brother.
Shalom.
All right. Shalom, brother. All right. Next person is Wisdom Clips.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shalom, sir.
Shalom, brother. You got a question or comment?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I do. It's a real quick two-part question.
Mm-hmm.
My first question is sex marriage?
Yes.
Okay. My second part of that question is, in the New Testament, when Joseph and Mary got together, did they have sex?
Yes, that's what made them married. So when you read Matthew 1 and God, I'm sorry.
So my next part within that same, if sex is marriage and they had sex, what was the embarrassment of putting her away privately? Why would
because he did two things. He had sex before the ceremony, so imagine if you got a daughter, a man comes, asks for her hand in marriage, you set up a date, so you're espoused, they're engaged. They have sex. You said what?
Endorsed to be married.
Right.
Endorsed to be married, like engaged.
Right. And so before let's say if they're set to get married April 20th, and before April 20th, they decide to sneak and have sex. It's not unlawful. And then, of course, they think we just gonna have sex. We ain't gonna trip about it because we gonna get married anyway. But then she gets pregnant. So they can hide having sex with each other, but they can't hide because now she got pregnant. So, and that
second part to that,
Sarah was eight.
Rachel and Leah. I'm sorry, I said Sarah.
Right. So
he had to work to get Rachel. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So he went 7 years. After the 7 years, he had the ceremony for Rachel. But when he goes into
but the first part, can you give me the understanding on why he slept with Leah, but he was married to Leah, but he had the ceremony?
You gotta be quiet. You gotta be quiet, brother, to listen. So he worked.
Two parts.
Brother, all you gotta do it. No, I didn't skip over any part. I'm just talking about from the beginning. He agreed to work 7 years for Rachel. That's the agreement. After he works those 7 years, they have a ceremony for him to sleep with Rachel. When he goes into the tent, Laban sends Leah in there. He sleeps with Leah instead of Rachel. That's his wife. Now, when he comes out of the tent, he finds out, and then I think like another 7 days or something like that, he sleeps with Rachel, no ceremony, and she's his wife. But
so I'm trying to get the understanding on where's the sin with Joseph, but not the sin with Jacob's situation. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Joseph did not sin. Where does this?
I'm just saying it's like the same thing, but one party was wrong, and then the other
have
party
you
was
ever,
not wrong. I'm just trying to figure it out.
Joseph wasn't wrong. There was nothing that said that Joseph was wrong. I think what you talking. I think what right that to put her away. To put her away. Slow down, Swifty. Have you ever read the Apocrypha? It seems like I talk about this every day.
Yes.
Okay, so
yes, you got to get that 70 AD. You won't know what happened in 70 AD if you don't.
So in the Apocrypha, I feel like I break this down every day. Every day I feel like I break this down. So in the all you gotta do is just. Oh, no, you're not. No, you're not. You coming from the same point of view everybody else comes. I know you think you coming with something different, but you're not.
Well, I believe
All you got to do.
that Joseph did nothing wrong.
Okay, right, but you want to understand. You got to shut your mouth, man. You can't keep interrupting me. Thank you.
You haven't proven wrong yet.
You haven't listened enough. Like, I don't want to talk to you like a child. But as I keep talking, even when I was running down Rachel and Leah, you interrupted at every turn.
Because the points you were
see how you talk. I haven't made one. You see how you still fucking talking? Because you're a fucking child. Now I'm gonna talk to you like a bitch. Because I haven't made one point. I'm just going over your points. I shouldn't have to talk to somebody that's constantly interrupting. It's rude. Joseph didn't do anything wrong. The reason why he wanted to put her away privately, if anybody reads Ecclesiasticus 42:10, when it says the daughter in her virginity is gotten with child in her father's house. So the shame that it's talking about is very simple. She's still with the father, because the agreement was to be espoused and get married at a certain time. But he had sex with her before the agreed upon ceremony. She's pregnant. He can't hide it. It's just that simple. And you can read that in the Apocrypha. Anybody can read. Ecclesiasticus 42:10. It says, in her virginity, she should be defiled and gotten with child in her father's house. It's that simple. Now I'm going to go to the phone lines, and then I'll come back to TikTok, and then we'll probably wrap this up in a second. On the phone, we got 337-578.
Shalom, Cal. This Arthur from Louisiana.
Con, you got a question or comment?
Yeah, I got a question or a comment. I wanted your breakdown, and I wanted to know if this connects with John 10:30.
Good, I'm listening.
All right, John 10:30 said, I and my Father are one.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of Christians said that Yahweh Shai saying that him and the Father is the same, correct?
Yes.
So I want to know, is John 17:21 is a cut for that?
Read it.
Okay, let me go to it. I just got John 17:21 says.
Yes, that's a cut for it. That they may all be one, as thou, Father, art in me, and I in thee. That is actually
Happy Sabbath.
I don't say happy Sabbath, brother. I just say shalom, brother. What's going on?
All right, so the other guy that called in to try to challenge you, first of all, he called in as a crayon. He said he's black like a crayon. That's crazy work.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to say I thank the Most High for using you for an instrument. How He willing you
Most High in Christ.
For an instrument to crash these Christians, man. Continue to smash these Christians.
Most definitely, brother.
And all these fake doctrines, man.
Mm-hmm.
And what boggles me is they mad. They should be rejoicing that we have somebody to stand for the Most High and stand for the truth to liberate out of these conditions, bro, especially these mental conditions. And what I'm finna say, what boggles me is that the first commandment is you have no God before us. So if you putting Christ as God, that means you have a God before the Most High. And the white man is so diabolical. He taught out people that through slavery, and they still believing in that doctrine. How can you trust a man that beat you, rape your women, rape?
You can't use that word. You can't use that word, brother.
I mean, great, everybody.
Just say assaulted. Just say assaulted. Assaulted is fine. Just say assaulted.
Okay. Yeah, assaulted everybody, and you still believe in this person. You still believe his doctrine. That's diabolical to me.
Definitely, I agree.
I ain't gonna hold you captive.
I appreciate it. Thank you, brother. All right, we'll take one more.
Shalom.
No sweat, shalom. It says Leonard on my phone. You the boy that dropped off the line?
Yeah, I'm on here.
Yeah, we was talking about the hate, right? Leading with hate.
Yeah, definitely. My bad.
Did you hear how I explained that to you? How you changed the subject?
No. Oh yeah, but I was trying to get. It wasn't I was trying to change subject. It was
yes, it was. When you start talking about pyramids, you can't say I'm leading with hate and then say, what if you got white people that's in your family, and then when I say, does the Bible say the nation that will not serve thee shall perish, and then you start talking about the pyramids. The pyramids don't have anything to do with the subject. The subject is leading with hate.
But why do you think?
You say why or what?
Okay. No, go ahead. I'm listening.
Yeah, because God hates the Egyptians, so I don't know why you would bring up the pyramids. I don't care how the pyramids was built. So if you talk about leading with hate, and then you say, and then I ask you, that the Bible say the nation that would not serve Israel shall perish, is that in the Bible? So I ask you again, is that in the Bible?
But all right, it's the Bible, but you can't take everything so literal. Like, so when the apocalypse happens and white people are supposed to be our slaves, black people are supposed to enslave their family members?
You talk about if they got a family member that's not their people, that's not an Israelite?
What? That's white.
No, they ain't got to enslave them. They can let me enslave them.
That's diabolical. But see, how can you be so hateful, right? How can you be so hateful? And
hey, you know, in the book of Psalms, right? In the book.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Can I say? How can you be so hateful? But yet you live in a white nation. You spend white money with white faces on it. You listen to and read a book written by a white man. That's diabolical to me. Like, how can you?
Well, actually, the things that you just said. Well, I don't work for the white man. But what you just proved is that I'm not hateful. The only thing you said that was incorrect was that the Bible was written by a white man. But you're right. I live in a white man's country. I make a white man's dollar. That's the proof that I'm not hateful. Because I live in this society. Let me finish. I'm not hateful because I don't preach to harm. Here, you know, the same white man that you telling me I'm hateful against has ICE right now. Like it's nobody's business. So you're saying that. So now just think about what you said. I want everybody to pay attention. I just said, no, wait, stop. Wait, hey, listen, just stop. Just stop for a second. You got to get out your feelings. Because you just said something
I'm emotional.
You said something that was extremely profound. And I don't think you realize what you just said, and I'm going to make a clip out of you. So just think about what you said. You said I'm hateful. And you said, what about the white people that might be in someone's family and that we shouldn't be hateful? But then you said, when I said in this country, ICE is locking up people like it's nobody's business. Your immediate response, listen to what I'm saying. Your immediate, then you got to be quiet. When people do that, it irritates me. Let me get it out because it's going to let me know you're not listening. You said they should because they're in this country illegally. So because they're in this country illegally, ICE has the right to hate them, right?
It doesn't mean that they hate them. I don't hate them. My cousin doesn't hate them.
So then the only reason, he just wants the one. Okay, don't use the wait. Don't use those words, please.
Oh, sorry.
No problem.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
So now got you. So now it's not that they hating, but they're in this country illegally. So they're just doing their job. So it's not hate, right?
Well, 70%.
Wait, listen. No, you ain't got to even go that far.
And the thing with
stop.
you
Wait,
is,
stop.
wait a minute.
Wait. Remember, I'm asking you the question because I'm under the rules of the Bible. The nation that will not serve has to perish. Is that not what stop. Is that what the rules of the Bible says?
In a sense.
It's not in a sense.
But
the text says, wait, hold on, brother. The text says,
okay, I'm listening.
The text says the nation that will not serve shall perish. So if you don't have a problem with ICE and what they're doing, then you should not have a problem with me saying that the nation that will not serve Israel shall perish. And just because you have a white person in your family, if I have somebody in my family over here illegally, you don't care that they're my family. ICE can still come and take that person and arrest them and do whatever they need to them because they're over here illegally, whether they're my family or not. So whether that white person, I'm not doing, listen, I am surgical at this job. So I'm not doing nothing to nobody. I'm not ICE. So I'm not out here I'm not ICE shooting innocent people. I'm not out here. I'm not. All I'm doing is talking. ICE has action to what they're doing. And this is why, hold on. Yeah, listen, when I tell y'all I'm surgical with it, and this is what makes you a hypocrite.
That's why
because you like ICE. You like ICE. Look at you. You like ICE. You are a hypocrite. I don't carry a whip. You are a hypocrite. So this is what you do. Go cry. Go cry. You should go cry. And let me ask you a question.
My mother fought for civil rights. And now
is your mother white? Is your mother white?
My mother is black. My mother is.
So who's white? So who's white? Who's white in your family?
I have a cousin. I have a couple cousins who are like.
Yeah. Tell that motherfucker. Tell that motherfucker to get ready for change. Tell that motherfucking white person. Tell your white cousin to get. Tell your white cousin to get ready for change. To get ready for a whip. And tell your white cousin to watch ICE. And the same way ICE is doing, to the immigrants, we gonna do double to your white cousin. Have a good day.
You see the hate?
All right, now TikTok, it says City Collective. I don't know why he don't understand that. If he could understand ICE, for sure he should understand what God said. City, you there?
Hey, Cat, appreciate you.
Hey, what's going on? You got a question or comment?
Yeah, more like a comment.
Yep.
I just wanted to say that, I grew up Christian. Not so much that, I followed it, but, it was just kind of, forced upon me.
Right.
And I appreciate, your knowledge that has kind of opened my eyes to, the Bible in a deeper sense. And listening to you, you're very knowledgeable, so I appreciate you for that. But I just wanted to clear some things up with, Christians that think, when you say serve, I think they get the wrong idea because in the Bible, there's nothing that says nations will be slaves. It says nations will serve. And when we talk about the biblical sense of serve, we're talking about worshiping the Lord, honoring God's kingdom, bringing gifts and glory, supporting Israel.
That ain't what that's talking about. In Isaiah 60. In Isaiah 60, that serve ain't talk about nothing nice. And are you black? I'm assuming, right?
No, I'm not black. No.
What are you? What are you? It's not gonna stop. It's not gonna stop. Okay, what's your ethnic? What is your ethnicity? What is your ethnicity, man? What is your ethnicity?
ethnicity would be Portuguese.
Oh, yeah, you're white. Okay, so I understand why you don't want the serve to be what that serve gonna be. The Bible says reward her double as she rewarded you. When the Bible says the nation that will not serve shall perish, that's by force because you're not going to want to do it. In Psalms 137, when it says, happy shall he be that taketh thy little ones and dash them against the stones, that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do.
Well, I mean,
Jeremiah 51:20 says, Jeremiah 51:20 says, Israel is my battle axe, and with thee I will break in pieces the nations. That's what it says. We're going to beat the shit out of y'all. That's what the Bible's saying.
Nothing about that. You false.
No problem. So let's read the Bible. One second. One second. No, that's not what the serve. That's not what the serve. That's not what it means. That's not what it means in Isaiah 60. No word in the Bible has a solitary meaning in any scripture. No word. Every word has a context based on how it's used. So in Isaiah 60, when it starts saying, the stranger shall build up thy walls, kings shall minister to thee. My question to you, would a king normally do the ministering, or will he get ministered to?
I'll build up a wall for God.
Can you answer the question? Does a king, can you answer? See, this is what I mean when people don't want to answer my questions. Does a king minister, or does a king get ministered to? That's the question that I asked you.
You know the answer. Obviously, king's minister.
So now, if the king is doing the minister, is that something he wants to do or something he's being forced to do?
A little bit of both.
It ain't no little bit of both. No king wants to serve. He's getting kicked off his damn throne and he's serving. And when you look up that word serve, it says to work, serve, labor, work, serve another by labor. That's the usage of that word in Isaiah 60. Now, let's read Jeremiah 51 because he said what I said. It doesn't say in the Bible. This is Jeremiah 50. Yeah. Yeah, that's the word. And I read all the definitions of it straight from the blue letter. If it don't say bed, it's even worse for you. So now I'm going to go back to it because the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. So let's just read it again. This is Isaiah. This is the interlinear breakdown of the word serve, which is abad. That word says H5646. This is what it means: to work or serve. To work, to labor, work, do work, to work another, serve another, by labor, to serve subjects, to serve the Most High, to serve in the Levitical service, to be worked, to be tilled, to make oneself a servant, to compel to labor. That's what it means. And that's what you
just proved me right, though, because that does not say slave. It says serve. There's a difference between serve and slave.
Yeah, when you're being, that's why I said the context. The nation that will not serve shall perish. So let's say if you decide to say you're not going to serve, what's going to happen to you?
I already said
what's going to happen to you if no listening is an art. Listening is an art. This is why, again, this is why I don't like talking to y'all. Listening is an art. I said, if you don't serve, what will happen to you?
Nations that don't serve will perish.
Thank you. That's how you know it's by force. This Jeremiah 51:20. I'm sorry, this is Jeremiah 51:19. The portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things, and Israel is the rod of his inheritance. The Lord of hosts is his name. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. For with thee will I break in pieces the nation and destroy kingdoms. And with thee will I break in pieces the horse and his rider. With thee will I break in pieces the chariot and his rider. And with thee also will I break in pieces man and woman. With thee will I break in pieces the old and the young. And with thee will I break in pieces the young man and the maid. You said it don't say that in the Bible.
You're talking about on earth before eternal life. That's what you're talking about.
What I'm talking about is how this kingdom is going to get established. This is why I hate it, man. Listen, white people don't want their kingdom. Excuse me, white people don't want to read how they going to get punished. Next person up here is, let me see. FaZe. FaZe, you there?
Yeah. Hey, Cap, how you doing, bro?
I'm good to go. FaZe, I didn't drop, I'm sorry. City Fit, I didn't drop you because I was wrong. I dropped you because you don't listen and answer questions. I dropped you because you lied and said the word serve in that verse is talking about serving God, and it's not. What's up, FaZe? You got a question or comment?
First of all, I want to thank you so much, D. Cap.
No, sir.
When I got into the truth, you was one of the seed that helped me grow. I appreciate you, bro. And keep on doing the good work that you're doing.
Damn right.
And I be watching you all the time. And you already know I'll be watching you. So if you right, you wrong, I'm going to say it. So I want to let all y'all know I got a podcast, anchor.fm/FaZe5. Cap, I put you on there, all your stuff.
I can't hear you no more, brother. And to City Fit, I don't. What I do when I have a lot of people on the line and it's getting redundant and you're not making no point, that's when I get rid of you. FaZe, you kind of muted out. So but I'm going to go to the phone lines before y'all come back. We got 469-415.
Man, what's up, body bag Cap, man? What's up, my boy? Man, look.
What's up, brother? What's going on?
It's so beautiful. Man, listen, man, it's so beautiful watching you do these Edomites dirty, man. That shit is just beautiful to me, man. Look,
I appreciate it, brother.
Hey, quick comment, because I ain't going to talk your head off. I heard you telling that one dude, you said you surgical. I said, damn, you know what? He need to make a shirt, man, put his face on Denzel with Training Day and put the Bible in
Oh,
his
right,
hand,
right. When I'm surgical with it. Right.
Yeah. Okay, talk to me nice, my nigga, huh? Well, look, say, Cap, so the only thing I was gonna say was yesterday when I talked to you after I got off after I watched your YouTube, I ended up checking out the debate you did with that Sam dude, right?
Right.
Now, usually every debate you do, I can really just watch the whole thing and be like, man, you know what? That was a dope debate. Man, I didn't even get to finish this one because it just seemed like the moderator wasn't doing his job.
He wasn't.
If I'm making sense. It just
no,
seemed
you're
like
right. He wasn't.
It was so many points. Yeah, and then when the debate first popped off, I seen where you was finna, I guess, do your opening, and you had a video footage of Sam, and he was outside at a park or something, and he said, well, they can't hear you. We heard the video just fine. He stopped.
Yo, I'm going to make a clip, and I'm going to make a clip. I'm going to send it to the moderator, too, and say, why did you lie?
Facts. I just didn't like that, bro. I was just like,
I wish somebody would have texted. If somebody would have texted me and said, hey, we heard it, I would have went back and played it.
Man, we heard you loud and clear, King. But like I said, man, keep on your thing. I know you've been online for a minute, man.
Yeah.
You know, I always just, you know, if I catch you, I'm always gonna call in just to let you know, man, we love you. Me and my family got your back. Whenever you come back to Texas, especially Dallas, man, let us know. You're right, all right.
Right, all right. You make me say that every time you get off the phone, too. Every time you get off the phone, I say it right with you. Last caller, then I'm coming to TikTok. You the only person on the line. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Shalom.
No, not on TikTok. On the phone lines. You the only.
No, not on the phone lines.
You gotta mute me in the background, brother.
Tazaryach, can you hear me?
I can hear you. What's going on? You got a question or comment?
Hey, shalom. How about Shamoun? How was I have 3 quick questions, sir. If you can answer just 1 or 2, that would be great, and I'm going to make it fast.
All right, go ahead.
So, my first question is, I've been reading the scriptures, are the Israelites that were idolizing the calf, the cow, the gold calf, you know, when Moses went up to get the commandments, is there a possibility that those Israelites must have fled to the Americas because of the Timbuktu, from Africa to Timbuktu. They could have fled.
No, that's a later time. That's in 70 AD that we fled into Africa.
Perfect, sir. Perfect. And then my second question is, sir, I love the symbol. I'm just trying to see EBR, what it stands for, because people ask me sometimes, yo, Kev got a new symbol, and I'm like, I don't know. Let me ask him.
What symbol? Oh, EBK.
EBK, sorry.
Yeah, that stands for everybody unaliver, but the K is KILLER.
Okay, perfect. And then my third question would be, for the Israelites that are watching right now, sir, why is it so hard for them to understand that the only people that are being pretty much tortured, giving them a migraine, a headache, fear, and all that stuff, why can't the whole nation of Israel see that the only hate that they're showing is only for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans? Because I go to college, university full time, and I see a bunch of Slavics in there with me in my classes, communication and argument, debate, can't even speak one damn word of English. And then we have an example of President Trump and his wife, and then J.D. Vance, whatever his name is, his wife, an immigrant too. And why aren't these Slavic, Ukrainian, Russians, Chinese, and Koreans that live around my neighborhood, sorry, I almost cussed, sir, why aren't they getting deported, and why is their door not getting kicked in? Salaki, sir.
No, that's what people need to pay attention to. I was just filming with Queens Flip today. Me and Queens Flip filmed some content, and he's going to be putting it on his platform. And I said the same thing. I said, I hate the Ukrainians, the East Indians, XYZ, because they're not made to be the face of illegal immigrants. Because the goal is to attack us. It's not to attack them. That's Psalms, the 83rd chapter, when it says they are confederate against thee. And so that's the short and skinny answer, brother.
Sir. And I guess that's the last one, and I'm out of here, sir. Right, I know you're trying to get out of here.
The water, I appreciate that.
Why is everyone making such a big deal over that lesbian girl getting shot, and they forgot about the brother that got shot in the car when the officer asked him if he had a weapon or a gun?
You know the answer to that, because she's white. Because she's white. That's why.
The water, sir.
No
Other than that, thank you, sir.
I appreciate
everything. Most High God be with you, and the Spirit of the Lord protect you and guide you all the time.
Most High Christ. Likewise, brother. Lord be with you, brother.
Shalom.
All right, shalom. Hey, I'm not taking no more phone calls, but I see City of Collective is still in the chat. So he thinks Isaiah 60 is not talking about slavery. So I'm going to pair Isaiah 60 with this scripture. This is Revelations 13 and 9. If any man hath an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. So the servant in Isaiah 60 is the same captivity that Revelations 13 is talking about. Like anybody that go to war, you take them captive. Once you take them captive, you force them to do what you want. Then I'm going to read Isaiah 14. Let me see. Isaiah 14 and 1 says, for the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and yet choose Israel and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined to them, and they will cleave to the house of Jacob, and they will take them, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were. I think somebody asked me to do Isaiah 49 and 23. Let me see if that looks right. Isaiah 49 and 23 says, and the kings shall be their nursing fathers, and the queens nursing mothers, and they shall bow down to thee and lick up the dust of thy feet. For time's sake, I'm going to skip to verse 25. But thus saith the Lord, even the captives of the mighty shall be taken away, and the prey of the terrible shall be delivered. For I will contend with him that contended with thee, and I will save thy children. And I will feed them that oppress thee with their own flesh, and they shall be drunken with their own blood. FaZe, you was talking before, but you had went out, brother. And I need to read this ChatGPT. So I'm gonna go to number 2. Gabar, you had a question, brother?
I had more of a comment. But I also wanted to tell you the water for your work under the Most High in Christ and
Most High in Christ.
I've been in the truth since 1991.
Most High in Christ. Appreciate it, brother.
You know, ICE is mentioned in the Bible in Matthews and in Luke about them coming and taking us and putting us in front of magistrates and locking us in the prisons.
That's right.
And whatnot. So it's nothing new under the sun.
Right.
But also these other nations that have stolen our identity and took our place, the Most High say they have to serve us. If not, like Christ said, for those nations that would not serve, bring them hither and slay them before them. So this act is going to be done in front of the Most High in Christ.
Right. That's right. I appreciate it, brother Tawada. Next it says, definitely, prophetic servant. And for all the brothers I'm going to call, if you could just come with one question, I would appreciate it, because it's getting towards the end and I need this ChatGPT out. Prophetic serve, you there?
Yeah. Happy Sabbath. Hey, brother, just one question for you. Has the Antichrist or Anti-Messiah been revealed to you yet?
Yeah, it's been revealed since the time of Christ. Anybody that's against Christ is an Antichrist.
Alrighty, thank you so much.
No problem. ISO X.
Hey, shalom, Captain, and shalom to everybody out here. I just want to ask you, I don't know if you, I just got here, and I don't know if you talked about it already, but how do you feel about, ICE, arresting United States so-called citizens?
Well, I hate ICE across the board. I don't know if y'all learned, but they found out that the Proud Boys, that you notice you don't hear the word Proud Boys no more. Proud Boys was the ones that stormed the Capitol for Donald Trump. You aware of that, right? Well, they're the ones, right? They're the ones that are now working for ICE, which lets you know that is an illegal thing that they're doing. Because so I hate ICE across the board. I can't stand ICE. ICE is just the new police force that Trump is using to assault Latinos. That's all it's for. And now it's getting to a point where when you take a man and give him a license to unalive, he'll just begin to unalive everybody. That's why he's unaliving his own too. He don't even care no more. He's unaliving, he's essaying, he's doing all that. And so what we're supposed to do is pray for the unaliving of ICE.
Yes, sir. And would you say that there's something biblical about how they're going about it?
Yeah, what the brother pulled out in the scriptures in Matthew 24, when they would bring us before the magistrate, that's biblical, that what they're doing. Civil war is biblical, what they're doing. For the violence against thy brother Jacob, that's what they're doing. Hunting our steps. Lamentations 4, start at verse 18 through 20, when they say hunt our steps so that we cannot go out into the streets. Shout out to Kanah with the scripture. That's what they're doing to us. All right.
Thank you, Captain.
No problem. Guess who? You there?
Yes.
You got a question?
Yeah, how you doing, Cap? Yeah, I had a question. Like, I'm understanding, I've been seeing a lot of information online, different that are different from your doctrines. Like, for one, like Esau is not the white man, and also that the children of Israel are Negroes only. What do you got to say to that?
Esau's not the white man is like one of the dumbest things I've ever heard, because he's the only ethnicity on the planet that totally lives by the sword, that takes every land by the sword. As far as Negro only, I think that's as stupid as that one, because Negro is not even an ethnicity. To say Negro only, what they're saying is we only want black looking people, because Negro just means black. So what you're saying is I only want the black looking people. Well, I got black parents. Listen, I'm an Israelite by the white man's DNA and by God. but I don't look Negro because I look light skinned. You know how many people say, Cap gotta be white. Man, you gotta be white. You gotta be an Edomite because I got light skin. But if I were to tell you that you could find melanated people with blonde hair and blue eyes that have never been around, wait, hold up, blonde hair. I just want to look this up. Blonde hair, blue, behavior, blue eyes. You said what?
That's just Edomite behavior.
Are you an Edomite?
No.
Oh, okay.
You look like one.
I'm going to show you.
According to y'all.
Hey, I identify.
No, you can't say according to us because we don't go by look of shit. But they got these Melanesians. I'm going to show y'all this picture. This picture right here. Look at these people.
Cap, you kind of low.
If you're looking at my screen, oh, you can't see it on my screen. Let me see if I can get rid of my background. Let me see if I get rid of, no. I don't know if I can get rid of my background, but my YouTube audience will be able to see this. When y'all look at this picture right here, these are melanated people. They call them Melanesians. Black people in the world that got blonde hair and blue eyes because black people can make any color we want. So Negro only doctrine is absolutely stupid and ignorant. I do appreciate. Go ahead.
I wouldn't. All right, let me clarify it though, because no, I'm not saying it. I'm just saying that using the word Negro because so we can differentiate from other melanated people. You know how we do. Niggas, Negroes. You know what I'm saying? Negro descent and Negro descent only is what I believe. Because
yeah, you stupid.
Hispanics, a lot of them come from
Ham
and Jack.
Yeah, you stupid.
And
yeah, you extremely stupid. Like when I say extremely stupid, you're extremely stupid. Because Latinos, what was Latino? Yeah, you. What were Latinos before they were Latinos?
Depending on which one, Aztecs, Mayans.
Yeah, did they have melanin?
Yo, bro, the Orthodox.
I don't need you to worry. I don't need you to worry about him, man. Because you said you were Negro only, right?
That's right.
Right, you stupid.
Now you ain't gotta be disrespectful.
I can. You disrespecting my brothers.
But you ain't gotta be.
I can though.
I just disagree with you. But
no
you
problem.
Call me
the
stupid,
doctrine's
man.
stupid. When I called the doctrine stupid, you didn't have a problem with it. So the doctrine's stupid, and you believe the doctrine. Ergo, you stupid too.
All right, so you stupid for believing that Esau is the white man because
no problem, but
he's
our
twin brother.
No problem. But you know the difference between you and I? Me saying Esau the white man got me pushing this truth all over the planet. You saying Esau is somebody else, nobody fucking knows you. All right? Hey, before I end this... No, you can't, brother, because I'm about to read this ChatGPT real fast, brother. I'm about to end this live. Thank you. I appreciate it. But I'll be live tomorrow if you hop on early.
Somebody knocked me off.
There ain't nobody that's allowed on this platform except me, so ain't nobody knock you off. So that's a lie. That is you absolutely lied, and yes, I'm calling you a liar because I'm the only.
I'm just saying, like my thing, I had to reconnect.
No problem. That's your fault. That's not my fault. All right.
I'm just telling you what happened.
No problem. And I'm telling you, teaching that the white man, you teaching that Esau, you teaching that. Hey, listen. Oh, no problem. Now I did disconnect you. So I'm gonna read this ChatGPT. Now I didn't create this ChatGPT. A sister sent me this ChatGPT. When she sent me this ChatGPT, this is what it says. It says, I had ChatGPT analyze your debate with Sam. This was my directive. Which argument is more precise, not based on theology bias? It said, got it. I'll answer this strictly from the text. No theology, no creeds, no later doctrine. Only what the verses explicitly say and what they require you to infer. Bottom line, short answer, Captain Tazaryach argument is more text precise because it stays closer to explicit wording and titles in the text, while Sam Shamoun's argument relies more heavily on inference, association, and theological synthesis rather than direct statement. That does not mean that Tazaryach's position is true in a theological sense, only that it is more text constrained and less inferential. Now let's walk through this carefully. Is Jesus ever explicitly called the Most High in Scripture textual reality? The title Most High is explicitly applied to the God, never explicitly applied to Jesus in the New Testament. Even it says this alone is a major textual point in Tazaryach's favor. Deuteronomy, then it says the Shema, baseline, Deuteronomy 6:4. It says the Most High One. The New Testament never redefines this statement. It is quoted in Mark 12:29, affirmed James 2:19, assumed by Paul. No New Testament author says the Most High is more than one person. The claim is theological, not textual. And that's the difference. When it says theological, it's what some dumb theologian came and hypothesized the context to make it be something that it's not. Daniel 7, Ancient of Days versus Son of Man. Textually, Ancient of Days, seated on throne, Son of Man comes to the Ancient of Thrones. Authority is given to the Son of Man. Precision check. Sam Shamoun's claim. Similar descriptions, same being. Tazaryach's reply. Similarity, identity. Textually, Tazaryach is correct. Daniel distinguishes two figures. One approaches the other. One gives authority. One receives it. Nothing in the text says the Son of Man is the Ancient of Days. The conclusion is inferred, not stated. I would read the rest of it, but as you read this whole thing, it's like 8 points that it brings out. The final assessment. Who stayed closest to the text? Captain Tazaryach. Why? He demanded explicit statements. He refused title transfer without direct wording. He distinguished pre-existence from Most High identity. He consistently pointed out where the text stops, where Shamoun overreaches textually. Identity based on imagery, title transfer without explicit verse, theological synthesis presented as textual inevitability. Final verdict. Tazaryach's argument is more precise to the text. Shamoun's argument is more theological and inferral. Now, before I go, I want to play this. Somebody said that the video that I played, my audio played. So I want to see if that's true.
Jesus.
So I'm playing the audio. We're going to see if it played.
All right, Cap, whenever you're ready, 5 minutes.
Can I share my screen before I start talking? I just want to share the video. It's like 47.
Yeah, 1 sec.
Let me see if I hit share. Now, I've never done that on this here. So I'm going to share audio. So this is the share right here. If you have it, if you can make sure it can be heard. It's just 46 seconds. I just want to play it. Can you let me know if you can I start playing it now?
You can try. I don't know if the audio is gonna come through, but we'll see.
Okay. Yeah, let me know if you can hear it.
In fact, I can give you.
Wow. Wow. Wait, hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hey, shalom, sir. You have some Shabbat though? No, sir. I'm closing out this live stream I'm doing. Yes, it'll take about 3 minutes. I'm gonna call you right back, sir. Yes, sir. I am about, sir. You have some Shabbat though. All right. So now I
think on screen share now. On screen share, it doesn't.
Hold on.
You can try. I don't.
You can make sure it can be heard. It's just.
Did I just hear the audio? I'm gonna play it again. Let me see.
46 seconds. I just want to play it. Can you let me know if you can I start playing it now?
You can try. I don't know if the audio is gonna come through.
Hold up. I'm gonna pause this because I want to screen record my phone so I can make this clip and send it to him. All right. So I'm just screen recording my phone.
Okay. Yeah, let me know if you can hear it.
In fact, I can give you a case where Daniel sees God the Father. I think on screen share now. On screen share, it doesn't play the audio. Can you summarize? Can you summarize what he says?
So now, here's what I'm gonna do. So now that's on my channel. So now I'm gonna go to his channel. What was his channel? What's that? Anybody remember that guy's channel that the platform was on? I forget. I'm about to see if I can find it.
It was Capturing Christianity.
There we go. Capturing Christianity. So
now
everybody?
I'm
gonna go to his channel. Hold up, let me see.
I'm gonna
go to his channel.
Can I share my screen before I start talking?
Now we're gonna see.
I just want to share videos like 40.
So now I'm gonna see if I can hear it on his channel. If I can hear it on his channel, then he's lying. If I could only hear it on my channel, maybe it's something from my StreamYard that it was able to play and not his. Trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. I don't want to look stupid. So let me play it.
Yeah, 1 sec.
Seconds. Let me see if I hit share. Now, I've never done that on this here. So I'm going to see. Share audio. So this is the share right here. If you have it, if you can make sure it can be heard. It's just 46 seconds. I just want to play it. Can you let me know? Can I start playing it now?
You can try. I don't know if the audio is gonna come through, but we'll see.
Okay. Yeah, let me know if you can hear it.
No, we can't hear it. I think on screen share. No, on screen share it doesn't.
So y'all see, y'all don't hear it.
Can you summarize?
So you see, you don't hear it on his. You don't hear it on his. You hear it on mine. So it could be a thing because he was using some. Whatever I went to share his screen, the platform he was using, maybe it could be something like that where it wouldn't let the sound come through. So I'm gonna try it. I think somebody said it was hella low. If I bring it back, I think you hear it vaguely. Let me see.
No, we can't hear it.
Yeah,
let me know. Can I start playing it now?
You can try. I don't know if the audio is gonna come through, but we'll see.
Okay. Yeah, let me know if you can hear it.
No, we can't hear it. I think on screen share now.
You can hear it slightly, but it was so low that if he didn't hear it, I can't fault him for that. All right, so I ain't gonna fault him for that. But I do appreciate y'all rocking with me. So until next time, Yahweh Bashim Yahshua Bakatham, Yahweh Shematham Bashim Yahushai. All right. Now to my YouTube audience, I'm gonna try to get through this fast. That was Commander Jenny Hunter that called me, so I do need to take that call and call him back. But I'm gonna try to get through this real quick. Let me see. Where we at? Let me come up some. Fan funding. So to the super chats. Shout out to Drop City. I own my house. I'm a curios in my house. Am I a curios in my house or not? Yes, you are. Just like Abraham was a curios in his house. Drop City again with the super chat. Appreciate it, brother. It says, what word is used to describe the people that are not Israelites in the Bible so I could tell who's supposed to be under the covenant and who's not supposed to be under the covenant? It doesn't. We're all Israelites. I was talking to Queen's Flip today, and when I told Queen's Flip said he was Jamaican and Haitian. I said, what's your father? He said, my father's Jamaican. I said, well, I would consider you an Israelite whether you called yourself one or not. What we call them is people in the world. Or I'll give you a word we use. We might use the term Jake. So Jake, which is short for Jacob, we might say, hey, this was a Jake in the world. So and this is UPK slang. So UPK slang, we might call them a Jake. If we call them a Jake, then that means they're not in the truth, they're in the world. So that's the term that we use, Jake. All right. Shout out to Wolf. It says, Cap, did you do the Anton topic? What was your take? I got to do that tomorrow because I do got to go. I'll try to make that the first thing I talk about. Shout out to Hosea Israel, $10 super chat, Deuteronomy 30:7. And the Lord thy God will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. Was slavery part of the curse? Yes, slavery was part of the curse. That's correct. All right. So till next